Good evening from San Antonio and the Joint Base Lackland here in San Antonio, Texas. It's time for Game 4 on Day 2 of this 2017 Armed Forces Sports Basketball Tournament. We end with the ladies, and it's the Marines coming in at 0-1, taking on Navy coming in at 1-0. Hi, everybody. Chris Sheeman. Glad to be with you here tonight. Let's meet the starting lineups first for Navy and head coach 03 Virgil Stowbridge. No changes for Navy from yesterday. Number 1, E5 Shy Johnson gets the start. Also number 12, E4 Shaniqua Bennett. Number 21, E3 Camille Horn. Number 23, E5 Christy Ayers. And number 33, E3 Danica Dale. So that's the starters for Navy. Now the starters for Chris Harper and the Marines. One change only for the Marines here today. Number 1, Corporal Shelby Abreu Rodriguez getting the start alongside number 2, Sergeant Naomi Green. Number 5, Sergeant Ali Tellez. Number 15, Lance Corporal Avella Jackson. And number 20, Staff Sergeant Sharonda Jones is starting today in place of Ashley Leachman. So that's the one change in the starting lineups for both of these teams. The Marines coming in 0-1. They lost against Army 98-51. They were outscored 57-16 in the second half of that one. Meanwhile, Navy took down Air Force 91-63. 16 steals in that game. So Navy had 16 steals in their opening round victory against Air Force. Forced 25 turnovers. Navy 33-8 in the points off turnovers. Horn had 26 points, 21 for Danica Dale in that one. So those were the two leading scorers. Navy in the black, or in the blue and white, and Marines in the white and red as we're underway. Don't forget, folks, you can use the YouTube chat. Give us a shout as Bennett misses the first one on the reverse. So here come the Marines. The Marines men taking down Navy 92-76. Here's a run out, and Johnson, Shy Johnson, who had 7 yesterday, putting Navy on the board on their second possession. Into the forecourt, Sergeant Naomi Green, 10 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. And an early timeout for the Marines. Head coach Chris Harper not happy with something, so we will step aside and come right back. Quick timeout for the Marines. Less than a minute in, 2-0 Navy. Green gets it to Jackson at the top of the key, looking for Jones. And Jones had to save it from going out of bounds or into the backcourt, and the shot clock expires. So good defense at the start for Navy. They lead it 2-0. Army and Navy tomorrow in the nightcap, 7 p.m. or 1900 hours Central Time. Dale to the bucket, pretty move. Loved watching Danica play against Air Force. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 steals for a post player. Virgil Stowbridge, remember we talked about it yesterday, as Bennett pleading for a jump ball, but they're going to call her for a foul. Dale's very athletic, can carry the team on her shoulders. Out of bounds was Green, so a mental error gives Navy the basketball back. Here in the first quarter, 4-0 in favor of Navy. Horn, who led all scorers with 26. That's Shaniqua Bennett, making it 6-0. Bennett had 4 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals yesterday. Green to Abreu Rodriguez. Now Jones. Tellez driving in, gets it out to Green from downtown. Yes! Naomi Green, 2 out of 4 yesterday against Army from behind the arc. Gets her first here tonight. Ayers, Johnson, that pass. Dale couldn't handle it. Jones with the steal. Green tried to get it over Dale, couldn't get the friendly hop though. The rebound controlled by Horn. Navy looking to push. Cross-court Johnson. Here's Ayers. It's a zone for the Marines. Dale from downtown. Off the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by Tellez. Green into the forecourt. All day for Abreu Rodriguez, who missed it short. Bennett the board. Ayers. Dale. Jackson on her. Now Ayers for 3, no good, and the rebound controlled by Jones. Just 1 field goal for the Marines here in the first 3.5 minutes. Couple for Navy, 6-3 is your score. Tellez. 10 to shoot now. Here's Green for 3. Short on that one. Abreu Rodriguez fouls it, can't get it to go. Tip for the rebound. Abreu Rodriguez again, now out to Jones. Tellez. Tellez had it poked away. Good defense from Bennett. She had the dive to keep possession. Danica Dale to the bucket. Yes. Danica Dale played 4 years at Liberty before joining the Navy. Good player. 3-ball Abreu Rodriguez, same spot, same result as she missed it. Jones trying for the rebound. Jump ball called and will stay on this end of the court. Early sub for the Marines. Out is Tellez, in is Miranda Marino. Marino came off the bench, hit some shots. 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting yesterday. So some instant offense off the bench for Chris Harper. Underneath, oh boy, that did everything but go down for Jackson, and Bennett unable to come up with it. So another possession for the Marines. Baseline jumper, no good from Jones. Dale pulls down the rebound. There's it to Johnson, swings it out. Horn for 3, yes! Horn, according to Virgil Sturbridge, the head coach, a Maya Moore type shooter. Can beat you any different ways. Her first 3-pointer here today. Another sub for the Marines. Taisha Harrison coming into the game. And it'll be Green to inbound over near us. Correction, Marino. Midway point here in this first quarter. Navy up by 8. Jackson, an air ball. Here's Ayers. Dale on the run, and oh boy. Dale, a mistake, and she knew it. So a turnover gives the ball back to the Marines. Green, Abreu Rodriguez for 3. And that will go out of bounds, so no bucket. Johnson to the left. Horn gets a screen from the right, can't get it. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson had 5 blocks yesterday. She's a force underneath. Watch the matchup with her and Dale. Traveling is the call on Marino, another turnover. Navy, as I mentioned, forced 25 turnovers on Air Force yesterday. Ashley Leachman coming in. Marino will come out for the Marines. Shy Johnson underneath for Dale. Dale blocked out of bounds. So Horn inbound. Ayers, top of the key. Johnson for 3. Silky smooth for Shy Johnson. Her first 3-pointer in the tournament. She missed the 2 3-pointers that she attempted yesterday. Green, Abreu Rodriguez. Jackson from the baseline. No, Abreu Rodriguez not hitting shots early, but she's getting the hustle points. A lot of offensive rebounds. Green misses the 3. Out on the run. Johnson, yes. 16-3 timeout by the Marines. We will step aside with 3:34 left to go here in the opening quarter. Navy in control. Marines with the basketball out of the timeout, trailing 16-3. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here in San Antonio. Game 8 of 28 here in this men's and women's tournament, concluding with the championship games coming up on Tuesday. Good defense out of the timeout for Navy. Here's Dale to Johnson. Cutting in is Bennett, and she draws the foul. Shaniqua Bennett, 4 points yesterday, will go to the line for her first free throws here in the tournament here on day 2. Earlier today it was on the men's side, Air Force over Army 88-85, and then the Marines getting their first victory since 2014, winning 92-76. So Marino coming back in for the Marines. On the ladies' side, Army had a little trouble with Air Force today, 72-63. Army did win, though, so they're 2-0. (18-3) after the free throws. Here's Green, Tellez, and a jump ball called. Navy gets it back. Johnson into the front court. Horn from way downtown, short on that one. Bennett followed it. She's trapped. Got to get some help. Here's Dale at the free throw stripe. Throws it up, no, but she'll go to the line and shoot a couple. Danica Dale just 1 out of 3 from the charity stripe yesterday. So Army-Navy tomorrow night in the nightcap at 7. Navy will also take on Air Force on Saturday. That'll be their next game. Jones coming back in, and checking in for the Marines for the first time is Serenity Castillo. 2 team fouls on the Marines, just 1 for Navy with 2:40 left to go here in the opening quarter, and Dale getting both free throws to swish through. So Navy by 17 here in the early going. Just 1 field goal for the Marines. It was a 3-pointer. Abreu Rodriguez, good pass, but an air ball from Castillo. Johnson behind the back to Ayers. Ayers back to her. Johnson for 3, yes. All Navy, 23-3. Approaching 2 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. And nice pass by Green to Tellez. Just the 2nd field goal for the Marines. Ayers, Johnson, tip pass by Bennett out to Ayers for 3. Came up short. Castillo with the rebound. Green into the front court. And that pass intercepted by Dale. Throws it ahead for Johnson. Johnson, yes. Running and gunning Navy, 25-5. So here's Green now, again across the timeline into the forecourt. Tellez gets it to Abreu Rodriguez in the corner. Throws it back to Green. Green throws it up and in. Inside a minute to go, Navy in control. Dale. Johnson. Now it's Ayers. Bennett on the reverse, missed it short. Rebound to Tellez. 9-second difference between game and shot clock here late in this first quarter. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's college basketball rules here in the tournament. Nice poke and a steal. Johnson comes up with it. 3-on-2. Horn steps inside the arc. Too strong. Ayers the rebound. The putback, no. But she's fouled and will go to the line. So Christy Ayers, who was 2 for 2 yesterday from the charity stripe, at the line on the 3rd team foul by the Marines here with 9.5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Christy Ayers from Hawaii. She's stationed at the National Geospatial Center, and I don't know what most of those words mean, but I bet you she has a really cool job because it all sounds very interesting. 2nd free throw up and in. 27-7. So Ayers stays perfect at the line. Last chance time for Green as it's poked away and the quarter comes to an end. All Navy after 10 minutes, 27-7 after 1 quarter. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this. 27-7 here in the second quarter. Navy in control. As you can imagine, most of the stats heavily favor Navy, shooting 50% to just 19% for the Marines. Marines 3 out of 16 in the first quarter, and Navy 9 out of 18. 12 points for Shy Johnson already. Danica Dale 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for Bennett. 5 points for Naomi Green and 2 for Tellez. That's all the scoring for the Marines as we start this second quarter. A fresh Navy team is out there, so we're going to set the 5 for Navy. It's number 2. That's Christina Farmer out there. Number 10 going to the bucket is Naisha Adams. Also out there, number 11, Yasmin Harris. Number 42, Kenyatta Gatlin, making her first appearance in this tournament. And who am I forgetting? Did I get Harris? I got Harris. Number 3, Jamaica Hoskins is the 5th player for Navy. So, sub for the Marines, Abreu Rodriguez checking back in. So Abreu Rodriguez, Castillo, Green, Jacobs, and Jackson. That's the 5 for the Marines. So Virgil Stobridge bringing in the bench. Look, when you've got 7 games in 7 days and you can get by in a game using your backups, using your second team, I mean, that's a gift from heaven above. Abreu Rodriguez, Castillo, Green, turnaround shot by Jones, missed it short, fight for the rebound, it's controlled by Navy. Farmer comes up with it and she's fouled by Jones. Just underway here in the second quarter. Second unit in for Navy. Here's Harris, pull-up jumper, yes. Yasmin Harris, who played at Kaiser University 2 years, 2011 to 2013. Second all-time at Kaiser with 12.1 points per game, and 9th all-time with 676 career points. Abreu Rodriguez way off. So you've got a player like that in your second unit. Harris threads the needle. Adams puts it up and in. Naisha Adams from Detroit. Abreu Rodriguez. Green, guarded by Hoskins. Open look, Castillo off the back of the rim. Rebound by Hoskins. Hoskins looks to push to the bucket, yes. 35-7. Green into the forecourt. Here's Jones, back out to Green. Green for 3, yes. Green is now 2 out of 4 from behind the arc, and she has 8 of the 10 points. Farmer lost it out of bounds. Harris on the bad pass says, my fault. On for the returning for the Marines is Taisha Harrison, Miranda Marino. 35-10. Navy has led from the outset. Green upset. Looking for some motion out of her teammates. A pass deflected by Farmer out of bounds. Inbound by Marino, gets it back, fires the 3. Nice rainbow shot, but it was just off. Harrison is going to be called for the offensive foul. Oh, correction. The foul goes on Navy, and it's on Gatlin. Gatlin, a veteran. She was a member of the 2012 Navy gold medal team, and also a member of the Armed Forces Team USA team back then. So a nice veteran presence off the bench for Virgil Stobridge to have. First free throw no good by Harrison. I mean, we're telling you accolades from players who didn't even play yesterday in a 28-point blowout. That's how deep this Navy team is. That's why they're one of the favorites. Here's Gatlin from the free throw stripe. Got it to go. Green into the forecourt. Marino back to her. Closing was Harris. Steps to the right. Shoots the three off the back of the rim. No good. Harris with the rebound. Harris steps inside the arc. Rims it in. 39-11. Timeout by the Marines. 6:41 left to go here in the half. Navy well in control. We'll be back. .637 left to go here in the second quarter. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. In San Antonio, big game going on. The Spurs and the Warriors are playing. Speaking of, basketball season is underway. That baseball stuff is over for a few months now. Green over to, that's Adams taking the three from Farmer. No good. Hoskins underneath, counted and the foul. This one is getting well out of hand here. Jamaica Hoskins, 9 out of 10 from the free throw stripe yesterday. She was busy. And completes the old school three-point play, 42-11. Green, Abreu Rodriguez, and Jackson unable to handle the bounce pass. So the ball goes back to Navy. 3 team fouls for the Marines, 1 for Navy. Inside 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Harris, here's Farmer. Bounce pass over to Adams. Adams. Floater in the lane, can't get the roll. Gatlin too strong. And Abreu Rodriguez cleans up the boards. Green directing traffic. Abreu Rodriguez, defense closes. Tries to get it to Marino, but she was unable to handle it. Another turnover for the Marines. Sub for the Marines. Ashley Leachman returning. Mentioned she played at Halifax County in Virginia, a really good basketball program there. And it looks like a clock issue, so we will stop for a moment. Navy and Army tomorrow. 7 o'clock local time, 1900 hours, whichever you prefer. For the Marines, they will take on the Air Force at 3 p.m. or 1500 hours. That's what's up next. Adams, top of the key. Left wing to Hoskins. The rainbow three off the mark. Harris, offensive rebound. Adams to the bucket, and she draws the foul. Marino picking up the foul. 4 team fouls now on the Marines. So Navy will be in the bonus on the next defensive set foul. First free throw up and good from Naisha Adams. 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe yesterday for Adams. And the second one also good. So Sharonda Jones back out there for the Marines. Set the 5 on the floor for the Marines. It's Abreu Rodriguez. Also Leachman running the floor with Marino, Jones, and Jackson. We'll set the 5 for Navy here in a little bit. Marino pass deflected. Jones comes up with it. Jackson, couple of fakes, and a foul called on Gatlin. That's the second foul of the half, or of the second quarter for Navy. Bella Jackson, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe so far in this tournament. Missed it back rim. Coming in for Navy is Taylor James from Buffalo, New York, and Olmsted High School. She'll replace Jamaica Hoskins. Green is back out there for the Marines, replacing Marino. Second free throw is good. The score 44-12. Harris into the forecourt. Adams, left side, Farmer for 3. Can't get it to go. Gatlin trying to chase down the rebound and just out of reach. So the Marines get the basketball back. Green into the front court. Leachman. Here's Abreu Rodriguez. Corner 3 by Jones. That hit the top. Probably should have been out of bounds, but they say play on. Abreu Rodriguez for 3, no good. And chasing down the rebound is James for Navy. Into the forecourt, Adams. Pass by Farmer. Extra play by James. Gatlin now swings it to Adams in the lane. Can't get it. James the putback, no. And it's going to go out of bounds off Navy. 3:36 left to go until halftime for the Marines. Ali Tellez returns. Green across midcourt. Jones back to Green. Right back to Jones. Open look at a 3. Can't get it. And it's been cold shooting. A foul by Leachman on the rebound. And free throws now for Navy over the final 3:21. So tomorrow, Air Force and the Marines, men at 1, women at 3. Army and Navy, the men at 5 and the women at 7. That's what's coming up tomorrow night. James trying to salvage the trip. She does. The lead is 33 for Navy. 3:19 left to go here in the opening half. Jackson. And looks like we're going to get another foul, and it's going to go on Gatlin. That's 3 now on Navy. Abreu Rodriguez back in for the Marines as Jackson will sit down. Green inbounds to Jones, and that was not a good pass. Out of bounds for a turnover. Harris into the forecourt. Adams to the bucket, missed it short. Abreu Rodriguez and Adams tied up, and Adams just earned her team another possession. Oh no, they called a foul on Adams. Oh boy. So the Marines get it back. 4th team foul, so both teams are in the bonus over the final 2:46. Green with 14 on the shot clock will step back, set up a play. 6 to shoot. Tellez with 3 to shoot. Blocked from behind by Gatlin, and the shot clock will expire. So shot clock violation gives the ball back to Navy. How about the defense today from Navy? Allowing just 12 points nearing the end of the first half. Adams. Harris and Adams playing hot potato now. Farmer back to Harris. Pass around the perimeter. Now strong move to the bucket. Adams goes right around the defense. So the second unit in for Navy here in this second quarter, and we might see them in the 3rd and 4th as well. Stepping into a 3, Green, not that time. Underneath the reverse, no good from Bradford, but she's fouled. And Maya Bradford will go to the line. .149 left to go until halftime, folks. We'll take a break at the half, and then we're going to cut the audio for the second half, so you'll still have the video and the ambient sound, but my voice is here on day 2 already starting to give out, so I want to take a rest, if you don't mind. Thanks for understanding. Again, and if for some reason the Marines make a run and make things close, I'll still be here, so we'll bring the audio back in should that happen. But right now, Navy looking real strong here tonight. These two teams are going to play again, by the way, and that will be on Sunday at 1. Green double teamed. Jones from right of the lane. Gatlin the rebound. Here comes Navy, and that pass intercepted. Good defense by Green, and then she's fouled by Farmer. Wait a minute. Correction, they called her for travel. So Navy will get the basketball back as Castillo comes back in, as does Jackson for the Marines. So here's Adams approaching 1 minute to play here in quarter number 2. That 3 ball is long from Harris. Abreu Rodriguez the board. Green, Jackson. Green, Castillo banks it off the glass and in. That's the first field goal in a while for the Marines. Harris from Bennett. Adams gets it back. 14-second difference between game and shot clock. 3 from Farmer, in and out and right back in. 52-14. Marines can hold for the final shot here should they choose to do that. And an offensive foul is called as Harris hits the deck. Adams to inbound it with 8.9 seconds left to work with. Here's Harris. 5 seconds. Harris looking for a screen. Pull up three as an air ball, and James unable to clean it up. All Navy after 20 minutes of play, and folks, we will take a break at the second half. Will be video only. So once again, just to set the stage for tomorrow, it's Army-Navy for the women. That'll be our nightcap at 7 p.m. And for the Marines, it'll be the Marines and Air Force at 3 p.m. Central Time. So second half coming up in 15 minutes with Navy in control. We'll be back.
Good